Hey guys, it's Alex here from alextubi.com and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're interested in learning about social media marketing, entrepreneurship, and online business, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out my free Instagram masterclass. It's called 10 Instagram Secrets Every Business Owner Must Know, and you're going to want to watch it because I also share how I made $250,000 using Instagram last year. So if you clicked on this video to learn how much money I'm making with YouTube, then you definitely need to sign up for the masterclass. The link is above and in the description box below. So as the title says, today we're talking about how much money I make on YouTube with 25,000 subscribers. This is a trend that's been going around and I find these videos so interesting, so I figured I'd jump on board and show you guys how much money a smaller YouTuber like me can make. So first things first, YouTube accounts for just a fraction of my annual income. Most of the money I make comes from the sales of my online courses. So right now, my signature program is called the Instagram Ivy League, and it teaches business owners how to leverage Instagram as a true marketing tool to get more exposure, traffic, and sales. So most of my income does come from that. My YouTube channel is just something I do on the side as an additional revenue stream. However, the more I use it, the more I fall in love with it as a platform. I've been able to grow more quickly on YouTube than any other social network, and the income opportunity is already great and shows a lot of promise. I know the larger I grow, the more my income will multiply, so it's certainly a platform worth putting energy into. So when it comes to YouTube, there are two primary ways to get paid. One is through AdSense, which means every time an ad plays before my video or you see a small pop-up on the lower part of the screen, I get a few cents. The other is sponsorships. Now, how much you make from sponsorships can vary widely, depending on how many subscribers you have, your engagement, how well you negotiate, etc. All of that goes into how much you might potentially get paid by a sponsor. What I have noticed is that I've been getting emails and sponsorship requests ever since I had around 4,000 subscribers, so that's a real plus with YouTube. If you're making great content, sponsors will come to you, which can significantly increase the amount of money that you make from the platform. But what we're primarily going to talk about today is my AdSense revenue. But before we get started, I wanted to talk to you about Skillshare, who is the sponsor of this video. So as I just mentioned, sponsorships are a big part of YouTube, and basically how it works is a brand will contact you and request a collaboration. In this case, Skillshare asked me for an integration. This typically means a 45 to 90 second shout out to the brand at some point within the video. So let's do that. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, entrepreneurship, marketing, and more. I personally love Skillshare because the classes are actionable, short, and value-packed. No matter what you want to learn or how busy your schedule is, Skillshare has a class for you. Since we've been talking exclusively about YouTube today, I wanted to share with you two Skillshare classes that can really help you on your quest to more views and more subscribers. The first is Sorelle Amour's YouTube Success. Inside this 45-minute class, she teaches you how to create a channel that's worthy of following, how to boost your credibility, and why authenticity is a massive key in your potential success. Second is iPhone Filmmaking by Caleb Babcock and Niall Gray, which is exactly what it sounds like, a true step-by-step tutorial on how to use the phone we all have in our pocket to create super high-quality video content. And those are just two of many extremely valuable classes you can find on Skillshare. If you're interested in exploring your creativity, make sure you click the link in the description below, as the first 500 people to use my link will get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. So that's how a sponsorship is done. In a few weeks from now, Skillshare will send me a payment for the agreed upon amount, and our collaboration is over. Brands may come back for more or even purchase a series of promotions if they like working with you. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to disclose the amount that I make from each sponsorship, but right now it's under $1,000. As I grow, I can increase my rates and start charging more and more. But what I can show you, however, is my AdSense revenue. So let's head onto the computer so I can show you guys my analytics and some real numbers. Okay, so now we are inside my YouTube Creator Studio dashboard. So this is where I can see all the different information about my account, including how many subscribers I have, watch time, and obviously my revenue. So the first thing we'll just take a peek at is my channel analytics here. So what you can see is my current subscribers is actually 27,016 as of today, which is May 29th of 2020. You can also see my growth in the last 28 days, which is just over 2,500 subscribers. And I'd say that that's been pretty consistent over the last few months. So again, I said earlier that, my channel's growing quite quickly without really doing a whole lot. And that's why I love YouTube. Certainly other channels, I put in a lot more effort to see much slower growth. So I'm definitely excited about YouTube, my growth, and its ability to generate additional revenue for me. So, and again, I'll just mention that, I'm not the most consistent uploader. I'm certainly not a full-time YouTuber by any means. In 2020, I have averaged 1 video per month. I am starting to pick that up now, and I assume that my revenue is going to increase with that. But the numbers we're gonna look at today are reflective of somebody who's pretty inconsistent at uploading, and yeah, just doesn't, I'm not doing a whole lot to grow my YouTube channel. Obviously, I have some techniques, and I actually have a video that I'll share above that you should watch if you wanna learn how I personally get more views and subscribers. But yeah, just to summarize, I'm not super consistent, but this is the amount of money that I'm making. So let's dive into it. You can also see, again, the amount of views I've had in the last 28 days, the watch time, and my revenue. So we can see right here that in the past 28 days, I've earned just under $1,200 US, and that's actually a 15% increase over last month. So if we dive into this further, we'll go to the channel analytics. Again, a lot of information that YouTube Studio gives you about all of your content, but today we're just gonna focus on revenue. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that tab. And here we have an overview of the last 28 days. So again, my estimated revenue is right under $1,200, and it's estimated because they do need to make some adjustments at the end of the month, but I've seen that the estimated amount is typically what I will actually receive in my bank account at the end of the month. So the second thing you'll see is the estimated monetized playbacks. Now, monetized playbacks basically means that every single view that you get on your video is not necessarily a monetized view. So for a view to count, someone needs to watch your ad or an ad that's displaying on your video for at least 30 seconds or half of the length of the ad, whichever comes first. So if someone watches my video and they skip past an ad and they don't see 30 seconds of it, then I actually won't make any money for that. So out of all of the views that I've received, 147,000 of them are monetized, and that's up 17% from last month, which is great. Then the big thing that we're gonna look at today is my CPM. So CPM means cost per mil, which translate into cost per thousand. So this is the average amount of money that I would make per 1,000 views on my channel. So right now it says $14.65. However, each video has its own unique CPM as well. So as a channel average, it's around $15 per 1,000 views for me. And what you'll learn if you have watched other videos like this or intend to watch other videos like this, that everybody's CPM and the amount of money that they make can be completely different person to person. So depending on what kind of content you're creating, how often you're posting, how long people are watching your video, what location people watch your video from, etc., will all go into your CPM. So then what we can look at is, and what I think that you're interested in, is my monthly revenue. So like I said, for May, I'm making around $1,200 US. In April, I made around $1,100 US. And prior to that, I was making around $700 or $650 for a number of months in a row. So not a bad wage to make for posting, 4 videos a month. Again, like I said, I'm trying to increase that, and I think that my revenue will increase with that. But for a minimal amount of effort, I've been able to make around, let's say, $1,000 a month, and then have sponsorships on top of that. So like I said, YouTube is a really great revenue generator for even small accounts. So, 25,000 may seem like a lot to you. However, in the grand scheme of things, I am a small YouTuber, and you have every capability of getting to this exact same stage. So for me, It's actually even better because this is in USD. I actually live in Canada, so when the money hits my bank account, it converts into Canadian. So this last month, I actually made around $1,500, which is great because that actually pays my mortgage. So that's kind of been my goal with YouTube, is to have it just be a passive side stream of income that helps me pay off things like my mortgage. So can't really complain if YouTube pays for my house. So that's the ongoing goal. Obviously making more would be amazing, and that is the plan. But right now we're sitting around, let's say on average, $1,000 a month. So now we can jump into the top earning videos, because typically you'll have a couple videos that perform better than your other ones, and that might be where the majority of your income comes from. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. First thing I want to do is I'm going to add a secondary metric, which is views. So I want to show the correlation between how many views I get and how much money that makes me, because you might be surprised to find out that even if your video has 1 million views, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna make $1 million. So I wanna add that metric here so we can take a look at that. So the best performing video on my channel is my How to Get Verified on Instagram video. It has 1.1+ million views, which is kind of insane. And it's made me about $3,400 since I've posted it. Then again, the most important thing that we're gonna look at today is the CPM. And for this video, it's only $6.19, which is actually very low. So again, all kinds of different variables go into how your CPM is generated. So like I said, even though this is my most popular video, it actually has the lowest CPM. If we look at my next most popular video, which is how to create a shoppable Instagram feed, it's gotten 307,000 views, and it's made roughly the same amount of money. Okay, so if we go over to the CPM for this one, you can see that it's $24.38, which again is massively larger than the one for my verified video. So even though I have a fraction of the views, I've actually made pretty much the same money from that. So again, views do not necessarily equal money. Basically, when it comes to making money on YouTube, what you really want to focus on is creating super high quality content, choosing topics that people are searching for, and providing value. You want somebody to watch your video from start to end, and when they do that, that tells the YouTube algorithm that your content is high quality, and it suggests that advertisers might want to advertise on your video, and thus you'll make more money. So that is really the goal with your YouTube content, is make it high quality and you'll make more money. So if you scroll down my CPM list here, everything is pretty much the same. You know, some are a little bit higher, some are a little bit lower, but you know, pretty average. And then you see this video, which is my free landing page builder video, which I highly suggest you guys watch. It's all about building an email list for free using ConvertKit. And this particular video has an extremely high CPM. Now, the reason why I believe that this video has a higher CPM is because of the topic. So like I said, it's about building your email list and using a software called ConvertKit. Now, there are a lot of different email marketing softwares, so that means there's a lot of different advertisers that might want to advertise on this video. If I'm attracting people to my video who want to learn about email marketing and are in the market to purchase a software, then an advertiser would want to get in front of those people, right? So by paying a little bit more money to be on my video, they're more likely to actually get a customer. So this particular CPM is quite high, which is great. The views aren't super high at this point, so I've really only made $70 from this video, but you know, it would be in my best intention to promote this particular video because I might make more money off of it in the long run. So if you guys want to learn how to build your email list for free using ConvertKit, then definitely go ahead and click the link above to watch this free landing page builder video. And that, my friends, will help my revenue for the month. So I really appreciate that. So that's basically it. It varies between video to video how much money you're gonna make. And the beauty here is that YouTube is cumulative. So these videos, for example, my How to Get Verified video, I published in January of 2019. It is now May of 2020, and it still makes me money every single day. So every video that I have on my channel is helping increase my overall monthly income. So as I post more regularly and I build up my channel to hundreds of videos, I'm gonna be making a significant amount of money every single month, and that's freaking amazing. And on top of that is the sponsorships, right? So what I mentioned earlier was that I seem to be getting lots and lots and lots of emails about sponsorships, even when I had a tiny account. So that on top of the ad revenue is what makes this platform super powerful and perfect for really anyone to jump into and start making some money. So yeah, I guess the last thing we can do is just see how much money I've made in total since I've joined YouTube, and that is just over $11,000. So again, I think the last couple of months have actually attributed the most to that total, but hey, can't complain with an extra $11,000 per year. So that's it. I hope you guys learned something new. I hope that this video gave you some clarity about how to make money on YouTube and what a small YouTuber might be making. Again, consider the fact that I only have 25,000 subscribers. So just imagine what somebody with 1 million subscribers, really consistent uploads and quality content can make. You know, this platform is just crazy to think, you know, how much money you truly can make from just being yourself online, putting together some videos. They don't have to be super mega high quality. You don't have to buy really, you know, high-end equipment or anything like that. You just need to provide value in your content, and that's what's really going to take you the furthest with this platform and make you, you know, $11,000 plus per year. So if you guys like transparent videos like this where I show you more of the behind the scenes of my business and the numbers and, you know, how much money I'm making, then let me know in a comment below, because I'd love to keep doing content like this if you guys like it. If you have been following my channel for a while, you know I typically do more tutorial type videos, which I also love to make, but I would love your input. So please leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you learned something new today. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.